This is Sean with Wheelchair Plus. Today I'm going to do a short video on different style legs for the Jazzy and Quantum series chairs. So I have some different legs here, and also have some hangers over here. So what I want to do is I want to start on the Jazzy side, and on the ELRs traditionally what we see is these cloverleaf type. This one actually has manual elevate. You can hold this down and pull the leg up. It also has the swing away option. So you can swing the legs away and actually get out of your chair. And then we have the same style bracket, but these do not elevate. They do have the swing away, and as you can tell, it's a little confusing of how these mount. We get this question a lot. So that goes over to the second part, and it is what type of hangers do you need. That really determines what type of chair you're putting it on, or if your chair already has brackets. So traditionally what we see on the Jazzies is a smooth, see all the ends are smooth, cloverleaf type hanger. And you have the part where it connects and the part that it goes down. So this is traditionally what we see on Jazzy Selects and things of that nature. So as a, let me see if I got a loose leg here. So basically you'd have your leg and the bracket would go in. You just actually slide it up on this. There we go. And you would push it up. Actually, you have to move this out of the way. Push it up, and then you twist it, and it will lock in place. So that's how those attach. And then you press this lever here, and it would swing out where you can get out of the chair. This is to elevate. So that's the type of bracket we see. And there are different mounting systems. So there's also another piece, and what you need to do is you need to verify what you have underneath your seat. So let's go out here and I have a demonstration. I have two different style seats here. This one come off of a Jet 3 Ultra, same thing as a Jazzy 600. And this is what you see on like a Jazzy Selection. Now, as you can see on this particular one, we do have the bracket, and we have this here. You have the pin with the ring on it, and you have an Allen wrench or an Allen screw that holds this in, keeps it from really moving a lot. Is obviously this one isn't tightened. Okay, and then you have another place right here for an Allen wrench. So when you put your hanger down, it will tighten it where it doesn't move around as much. So this particular bracket already has inserts for this L bracket. So if you look on the bottom of your seat, you need to verify if you have this bar and you have this with this part of the bracket. You just see basically an empty square. So if you have just an empty square, what you need to buy is this L bracket with this. So it basically, it just go in there. Actually it goes wrong side here. Maybe it was going this side. And you would put another pin, or you can put like a screw and a lock nut. I would just do a nylock and fasten it where you want it. You'd also want to put, like what I said, either Allen screw or just another screw to keep it from pivoting up. And then your leg will attach to this. Now, if you have a Jet 3 or a Jet 600, that is not the case. As you can see, you don't have those square brackets. Sorry, I'm in the sun a little bit. So what you would need to do is attach something that looks like this. You see it has the insert hole right there. So what you would do is you would loosen these screws. You might have to take it off, but you might be able just to loosen it. You would put this, slide this under it. You see where the screw would go, and it would eventually be about right here, and that's where you put the hanger at. Now on the bottom, you can see that you have a hole there with threads. Some chairs actually have the little black square rectangular piece. If you don't have that, I guess you can just use a screw with a just a washer, but be careful, you don't want to go too thick because you don't want to go past this because it would affect how the seat mounts. It probably wouldn't mount. So hopefully you have the little rectangular piece. If not, basically you just want something there to hold it from this moving. You don't want it moving on you. And so those are basically the two different types on the Jazzy that we sell. So let's go ahead and look at the Quantum. So this is where it gets a little trickier. The Quantum sells a different kind of leg rest. They look similar to this. As you can see, that there's a button on the sides of them. And this will determine what bracket you need. So this one, what you need to do, if you already have legs, you just don't know what brackets, you would press the button and you would look under it and see where the there'll be a little piece moving. You can see that? So this little piece in the front that pivots in and out when I press this button. What that means is you need a hanger that's got a slit cut out in the front, and that will mount these legs. So let me see if I have an example over here. So here's one. You'd have a slit in the front of this bracket. Now they make another kind that looks just like those, but when you press the button, there's actually something in the back. If you have something that pivots in the back, you would need a different type of bracket. So let's see if I can find that particular bracket. Let's see. Okay, I must have moved it. Anyway, it seems like I can't find one. So typically, we do see these more common than the ones in the back. So you have a slit basically closer to the front. So you want to make sure you have the right style for your chair. And this, you can tell, goes into some form of tracking. So let's go over to our Quantum chair. So this is actually our Q6 Edge chair that we have. And you can see that there's a bracket on each side of it. So what you want to do on this one, it would go right there. Now of course, you'd have to work around some pieces. And this one would fit better on the outside. Okay, so it would mount here, and then you would slide your legs down. As you see, this works with this tracking. There's actually some holes here. You can put some screws and mount it. And this would be a little more secure. So there's different kinds. And there's actually another kind. If you have these legs for a Jazzy and you want to use them on your Quantum chair with tracking, they actually do make a special connection. So this looks like the first bracket I showed you, but there's actually tracking on it. You see this tracking key here. This will actually go on that chair, and you could actually put your Jazzy ELRs on it. This is kind of a rare necessity here. They've only made these for a little time, so these are actually harder to find. Your best bet is if you have a Quantum chair, a lot of them take these more than the ones with the slit in the back, and the ones with the slit in the back will actually be right up top, and that matters which legs that you need. So this is just a short demonstration of different types of ELRs, and they do make different sizes. They do have a U to install. As you can see, these pedals on this is a lot smaller than the pedals on those, but they look identical. So we want to make sure you buy the right style hanger and the right style leg rest, and make sure it's compatible with the inserts on your chair. And if your Jazzy chair doesn't have those insert L brackets, you want to make sure you buy those or the other connections also. Thank you guys.